Hey guys! So, I got one more look to film today, and that is my red look, and that is what we're on now. So this is my last look of the day, and I did get a question on my orange makeup video that I told you guys to leave me questions if you had any down below. So thank you to the person who did that. I will be answering that this video at some point during it. I just have to pull the question back up before I do that. So you'll have to forgive me if I'm looking at my phone at some point during the video. It's because I am answering someone's question. Because off the top of my head, I don't remember what it is. I'm not that good at remembering things. But you guys came here for a makeup look, not to see me rambling. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm doing is my color correcting face primer. And this corrects for red, and it is from Milani. And I have this because I get very bad red spots on my skin. I don't know if you guys can see it, but my skin is super red right now. And so I went ahead and bought this for myself, and I have been using it all day to try and help me fight the redness while I've been doing various things. Yes, I know, that seems kind of counterproductive with a red makeup look. But I'd like to be able to control the amount of red that is in my makeup and not just have to deal with whatever is all over my face at the moment as part of the red. So, that being said, I'm using my color correcting primer. And not anything super major. Just a quick run over of my face with it to help prime my skin a little bit before the makeup correction, because it does help fight absorption of the makeup into your skin. It helps fight it in your pores. And I need to do foundation, that's right. I knew there was something that I needed to do next. Can you guys tell I'm tired? I filmed a lot of these today, and they all take between 30 and sometimes an hour to film a video. And then I have to upload it still and, double check sound quality before I can upload it and stuff. So that does take me a little bit, and that is in between having to do real life stuff. So I am a little bit tired. You guys will have to forgive me if I mess up at some point during the video or I stutter or something. I'm sorry, I've just filmed a lot of these today. All of them, from the green makeup look that is on my channel up until this one, has all been filmed today. So, that's a lot of filming to do in one day, but I've been trying to get it out of the way because I do want to do Pride Month looks. And I can only do Pride Month looks if I finish up my color series. So, I'm working on doing that today. And maybe pre-filming a look or two for Pride Month, because I think it starts tomorrow. And unfortunately, I'm not really going to have time to film an actual makeup look for that. So I'm going to try and pre-film one today, and we'll see if I can or not. And if not, then I'll find time tomorrow morning or some point tomorrow and get it filmed. But I use two foundations, because the one that I currently have on my face dabbed all over the place is too light. It does not match my skin tone when I actually spread it out. This one is too dark. So, when I put them on together, they kind of counterbalance each other, and they work really well to help me get the right color for my skin tone on my face. And that was an alert that I got on both my phone and my laptop, so that means that it was either a video, someone commented, or something else happened. So I will check that in a minute when I go to check what the question was. And I'm only not answering the question right away into the video because I do have other stuff that I like to talk about during the videos, whether it just be tips and tricks on how to do the makeup or whatever. I do have things that I tend to talk about as I do the makeup, and if I just have a period where I'm trying to concentrate and be silent, then there's obviously a reason for it, you know? So, I will answer the question. I swear to God, to the person who asked it, I'm planning to answer that very soon here. But I am not answering it within the first 5 minutes of the video. Oh, that burns bad. I apologize in advance for all the sniffling that is going to be going on during the video. I'm not sick, but I have had really, really bad allergies today. And you guys will notice how I just put foundation on my ears and my neck. That's because it helps hide the fact that you have makeup on. You take it down your neck and you put it on your ears. And then I did that with my eye open. That one hurt. Oh, I'm okay. This is why we don't give me makeup supplies and tell me to film 6 videos in a day, because I forgot Pride Month was this upcoming month until it was all over TikTok, and then I didn't have time to film any of these in advance. So I have to get them filmed and get them out, because I am going to finish this color series out, but I refuse to let Gay Pride Month go through and not do a Gay Pride look. We're doing some form of a Gay Pride look. Okay. Next thing would be concealer, which is somewhere here. I've used it a lot today. It could have ended up anywhere. And I'm very blind without my glasses. So you'll have to excuse the fact that I'm going off screen a lot. I'm looking for my concealer stick. I don't absolutely have to have it, but I do like to have it, because to me the concealer is the eraser of makeup. It erases any and all imperfections that you make while you're in the midst of filming. And hold on one second. That was something. Ooh, okay. I'll look at that in a minute, once I'm done with the video, because that is not something related to the video, so it has nothing to do with what I'm up to right now. Alright, so next step is concealer. And with this, you're going to make a 3-petaled flower on your forehead, and that the stem goes all the way down your nose. Like this. I don't know how well you guys can see it. Hopefully you can see it okay. And then you're gonna go under your eyes with it. I'm going a little bit heavier under the one eye because I have really bad under eye bags under that one. And then if you think you have any blemishes, then you cover them with concealer. I don't think y'all have any blemishes. I doubt it. I think y'all are probably perfect the way you are, but you know, not everyone's view of themselves is as nice as that. So I personally am just breaking out really bad right now, and I know if I don't do this, then the redness of those pimples is going to show through in areas that I don't necessarily want red. And I have a couple of various beauty marks all over my skin. Stuff like that. So I am covering it up. Just for that reason, exactly. I don't see anything on this cheek. Cool. I haven't been sure all day whether or not there has been something on that cheek, so sometimes I put concealer there and sometimes I haven't. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to clean this. I'm gonna have to look up how to. But you just dab away at your skin and blend, 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 blend. blend, 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 blend. Just blend a little bit of everywhere, because sometimes some of it stays stuck on your thing, so it's nice to just kind of dibble dabble it everywhere, or poke it everywhere, or pat it everywhere, whatever you want to call it. But it gives your skin a little bit more uniform of a look sometimes. I don't hardly ever use the top end of this thing, so it's a lot cleaner than the bottom of it is. But anyways, beyond that, moving on to bronzer. And my bronzer is a Wander Beauty Trip to Costa Rica bronzer. It's a very nice bronzer. I happen to like it. It's a little bit dark for my taste most days, but I've been using it all day today. I haven't really had any problems with it being too dark, so I've been going ahead and using it. And you're going to go ahead with bronzer and do it up through your hairline and down along your jaw, as I've been doing. And then you're going to suck in your cheeks, and wherever the hollow of your cheek is where you're going to put it. Like that. And if you don't think you have enough bronzer on there to skinny out your face is what it is supposed to be, and you're free to put more on. I think I'm doing pretty okay with that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other cheek. And I'm doing this off of my bed because I have white sheets. And yes, I film on my bed. I unfortunately am not blessed enough to have a little area that I can set this up and film that is not on top of my bed. Right now, everything is sat beside me on my bed. I have various objects all over my bed. I might one day just show off on TikTok how messy my bed gets when I'm filming, but right this second is not going to happen. But I do have a TikTok. I've mentioned it in other videos. If you guys want to find me on there, you're free to look. That is 100% up to you. If you don't want to follow me, I'm not pressuring you to. It's just a thing that exists if you want to see me outside of makeup. And next is my blush, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me New York in what I believe is the shade 25, as that is what number on the sticker is. But that does not mean what shade it is. And it is just a very pretty shade of pink. And I do mine a little bit heavier just because I like the shade, and that's the only way you can see it because it's a very light color. And with blush, all you do is you go right over top of where you just put that bronzer. You're not going to the top of your cheekbone, that is reserved for highlight. But you still put blush on in between the two of them. Between the hollow of your cheek and the top of your cheekbone is where your blush goes. And sometimes it's easy to find it. Right now, for whatever reason, I can't seem to find anything on my face. But once you find it, normally you can find it again. And then you do your highlight. And for a highlight, you need a fan brush. And I am personally using the Good Girl shade of the L'Oreal London highlight. And this is a pretty good highlight. It's very shimmery and bright. And I've been feeling shimmery and bright all day because I've been doing the rainbow of makeup looks besides purple, which I did right around Mother's Day for my mom. So, yeah, I've been feeling pretty gay. I mean, I'm not straight, so it fits, but still. Okay. And as I do my highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and answer that question for the person. If I can get my phone to unlock for me. There we go. And the question was, describe yourself in 4 words by a person named Song on YouTube, who is a sweetheart and also asked to be my friend. I would love to be your YouTube friend. I have no problem with that. But describe myself in 4 words. Let's see. Creative. Determined. Because I don't give up even when I should. Hardworking. And loyal. Those would be the 4 words I would use to describe myself. And I'm sure my friends would come up with a million others. But those are just the 4 that I can think of. And now you're going to blend your cheeks out. Because this makes it so it's not such harsh lines in between your bronzer and your blush and your highlight. So you just use, if you have a powder brush, a spare powder brush, then go ahead and use that. I happen to have an actual blending brush that is what it's meant for. And this is by Luxie. It's the 640 Pro Tampered. And you just do circular motions on your cheeks with whatever kind of brush you're using. And I'm not bronzering out my nose with this look. Just because I feel like that's not a necessary step with this one. I've been doing it all day, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with how my nose looks right this second. It doesn't look all that fat to me right now, as it normally does. Next, we're going to powder our noses. So this is a powder brush. I just bought this one. It's from a brand called Beauty Secrets. And you just dip it in. And tap it off. Make sure that you don't have too much. Make sure you still have a little bit on your brush. And then you're just going to put it all over your face. This helps set it so that it doesn't move as much. And it's a very easy task. It takes maybe 2 seconds of your time to set your makeup the first time. And it takes maybe another 2 seconds to set it at the end. And it just helps your makeup stay on longer as long as you're not doing manual labor. If you're doing manual labor, I don't suggest going in makeup to begin with. It's just going to come off. But if you insist upon doing it, it will help that stay on longer. Sorry, that was from my last video. And the next step in this is eye stuff. And so you're going to find, I'm going to switch between palettes because I have like 4 of them sitting right here. 3 of which I just bought myself today because I had the money and decided to treat myself. But I am doing purely reds. So I'm doing the actual red that is in this one. Yes, yes. I'm doing the red in here, I'm doing the red in here, and I'm doing the red from here. And normally I would base out with my darkest. My only problem with that is the only non-shiny one of these that I have is not my darkest. It is probably right in the mid-range, actually. So I can't start out with my darkest as I would like to normally on a regular basis. So instead, we're just going to go in the middle, and we're going to go from there. And this is the Spectrum Profusion Cosmetics palette. Oh, before I start that, let me remember where I put it. I just bought myself a eyeshadow primer because I do eyeshadow every time I do makeup. Even if I'm just doing a very simple makeup, I do a very simple eyeshadow. So, hopefully, this goes well. But, I say hopefully this goes well because the last 2 times I've tried to use this eye primer, I put too much on my eye. So I don't want to put too much on my eye this time. I just want to do a very light version of it on both of my eyes, because I'm not trying to kill my eyelids. I've already been doing lots of makeup coming on and off of my eyes. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to go very light. There we go. And just get enough on there that I can cover the entire surface, which does not take very much at all. Very simple, very easy to do, and it saves your poor eyelids from being abused by eyeshadow. Right. Next step is now to actually start the eyeshadow. And so you're going to take what they call a smudge brush. It looks like this. And you're going to go into your red, which this looks very pink to me all of a sudden, but it's the closest thing to red I have. And you're going to just put that all over your eyes. And you're going to go up to your eyebrow and just go down from there. It's 100% fine that it goes up to your eyebrow. And you'll see why at the end of doing the eye makeup. But you kind of want it to go up under your eyebrow. And I am trying to get it as evenly coated as possible over my eyes, just because you don't want an uneven base, because then that makes everything else uneven. So you want to get your base as even as you can. Okay. And you can see it is kind of pink. It's more pink than I would like, but it's the closest thing to red that there is in this palette besides the Ember, which is more so a burnt orange. So I'm going to go ahead and use it, because I don't really have another red at my disposal. I have lots of pinks. And this is a red themed look, not pink. I want reds as much as I can get to them, which unfortunately is not very much. But we will make it work anyway. And you want to make sure that you get plenty of it on your eye. Oh, I didn't say what shade this was. This is the shade Totally on the Spectrum one that I had introduced. And it's a pretty dark pink in the palette, but as you can see on my eyes, it's actually more light than I thought, so this will probably end up being the lightest color that I have on. Unless one of my reds somehow turns out to be lighter. But I kind of doubt that. There we go. And I'm setting these on top of my thing because I don't want red makeup all over my white sheets. Please no. And the next one that we use is the angled brush. This is for straight to the point is what it's called. It's for eyebrows. It's for the end of the eyebrow specifically. That is not what I'm going to use it for. We're going to go ahead and not use the darkest yet. We're going to use the darkest last. I'm going to save it. So we're going to go ahead and use this one instead. And this is off of a NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. If you happen to be interested in getting it, it's at Walmart. Got plenty of colors on it. I just don't particularly want pink right this second. but it has lots of colors, as you guys can see. It's got the entire rainbow on it in at least one shade. Most of the colors have 2 shades, sometimes 3. But it does have the entire rainbow. And with this, you're going to go to town. You're going to go in a third of the way, go all the way down, and fill in everything behind that. Every single thing. If the line would go all the way down my eye, that would be lovely. I'm a little bit hard on my makeup palettes and I feel bad, but I need makeup that works and lasts for a long time. Because again, I work manual labor. If I don't have a makeup that lasts, I'm just gonna look ridiculous. Because I'm gonna have half of a face of makeup and the rest of it's gonna have disappeared. And that's not what you need on the job. On the job, you need makeup that lasts. I just don't tend to wear makeup to work in general. I don't see a point in wearing it to a manual labor job. But, you know, there are people that do. So, there is that. And again, just about a third of the way in. And down. And you just go until you're happy with it. I am not quite happy with it. I'm sorry I've fallen silent. But with eye makeup, I tend to concentrate a little bit more because, you know, I don't want to poke myself in the eye. And that is a very real possibility with me. Okay. And now, onto the third step, which is my third palette. And you're going to take this brush, which they call the Masterpiece Crease because it's a crease brush, but I don't use it for that. And you're going to find your red. Does this even have a red? What do you guys think? Is this red? I don't know that it's red. It's not super red to me, but maybe it'll be more red on my skin. It's more so a burgundy color, which is a shade of red, I suppose. It's just not the color I would have liked. But we're going to make it work anyway. And we're going to go in just a straight line across the bottom of our eye. Make it kind of a thick line, because we do eyeliner. So it needs to be a little bit thicker so it actually doesn't get swallowed by the eyeliner. As you don't want your eye makeup swallowed by eyeliner. That just wastes all of the time and effort that you put into putting it on. Okay. There we go. And you do it on both eyes. Yes, I am having my mouth open. I apologize. I don't mean to do it like that. That's just how I concentrate best. But you do this until you're happy. And that kind of looks smoky in color. That's a better red than I thought it was when I saw it. Alright. And then you're going to find your lightest color, Not your lightest red, the lightest color you own. That for me is this color. And it's just out of a little dollar store cheap palette. And you're going to take a Pencil Me In, which is supposed to be for gel eyeliners. It's just a fine pointed brush that looks like this. And you're going to underline your eyebrow. That's what I call it anyway. You're underlining your eyebrow. You're highlighting right under your eyebrow. It helps you hide any imperfections that are up there. And gives a little bit of a pop. Because it's highlighting it. And I'm accidentally blending it in a little bit, and I didn't want to do that because I didn't want the red all over my brush, but it's fine. You know, if you get a little bit of color on your brush and you're using white, it's okay. And then you're going to put it in the corner of your eye. Very simple, very easy. Gives you a little pop. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but that's what it looks like. And then you just do the same on the other eye. And I have to be very careful about how I do it with this eye because the other one always turns out better. Like, no matter what I do, the other one turns out better. Because I am right-handed trying to do the left side of my body with makeup. My body don't appreciate it. There we go. And once again, just underline your eyebrow and then in the corner of your eye. Very simple way to do a makeup look and make a pop. And you know, if you do a white and it makes a pink, it doesn't look all that bad. And the last thing I forgot to grab. I'm an idiot. But the last thing is, the last thing before you set it is lipstick, which I need to grab. Hold on. I'm finding my most red one. Maybe this one, right? Yes. And I am using one that I got at Walmart for clearance. It's a CoverGirl makeup. It was way too expensive originally. I got it on clearance. As you can see, it's a good red color. And you just apply it to your lips. And this one, you have to apply kind of heavy, because otherwise it kind of starts to lose the color, and you don't want to lose the color. You do want to keep the color as much as possible. But if you're successful enough at it, you'll keep 90% of your color with no problem. Sorry. I've had a runny nose all day from allergies. But I have napkins instead of, what are they called? Makeup wipes, like I've been using all day. Alright, and then you do setting spray. And I just use the e.l.f. Mist Setting Spray. Hold it away from your face or else you're going to have issues because then it'll splotch because it'll be too close to your face. That's why you're supposed to hold it at an arm's length. That's what I do. That's what everyone who's a professional does, you'll notice. I keep forgetting not to breathe right after doing that. Because that first breath sucks a lot. But as soon as you set it, you can pretty much forget it's there. I mean, you need to be careful about not itching and just tap instead with your nail. But otherwise, it shouldn't really move all that much. And I think I did pretty good considering what I had on hand. I didn't realize how much I needed by the way of red lip stuff, or red eye products. I didn't realize how little of those I had. But that's alright. And here's the completed makeup look. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy all of my videos that I have done on this series, and that is the end of the series. I will be starting a gay pride makeup look thing every day for this next month. I will have a different look out corresponding to the flag of whatever that particular day's worth of pride is. I hope that you enjoy. I hope that you guys have a good, amazing, awesome day, and I hope you guys stay safe during Pride Month, because there is a thing on TikTok called Pride Fall that they're trying to give out personal information. So I really hope that everyone stays safe. Keep your personal information close at hand. Don't give it out over the internet to strangers, because you never know what's going to happen to it. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.